Hey YouTubers, this is Beastonization. We have another deck profile. This is Adam with his Lancer deck.
Hi guys, this is my hand. Nice to meet you. So these are my Lancers. I'm going to give you a brief little introduction. They're not the pinnacle of consistency, but when they do work, they work pretty efficiently, and stop. My proudest moment was I stopped a, what is it called?
Insector.
Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit. Dino Rabbit deck, and I just kind of broke it down piece by piece. So, without further ado, we'll go into this. 3C Lancer. Worst comes to worst, he can be a water target from my next monster, which is Swap Frog, and then otherwise he is basically using the engine. I send monsters from the graveyard and I remove them from play, and then I bring them back, equip them to him, and he's invincible. So he's cool. And then once I get gotchis on the field, he's a 27 beater that doesn't die. 3 Swap Frog, pretty self-explanatory. He's the engine of the deck. You discard one. For anybody who knows what's going on, he's basically your way to get your stuff in the graveyard. 3 Ronin Toad. He is another one of the things that runs the engine. With Ronin Totem, you can summon him out of the graveyard by removing from play 1 frog, which gives you more fodder to equip to Sea Lancer. So another must-have at 3. Dupe Frog at 3. If you'll see to the left, my next card, Poison Drill Frog, it's interchangeable. You can run 3 of these and 2 of those, 3 of these and 2 of those, or 3 of these and 3 of these. It really depends on personal preference. I like to run 3 Dupe Frogs because he searches out my Swap Frog when I don't get him in my top hand. And besides that, he's a cool 2000 beater, and you can remove him from play and use him for Sea Lancer fodder. Poison Drill Frog, great card. I run 2. I might be teching in a 3rd one. He is a card that you can equip to Sea Lancer, and when he's destroyed, a Sea Lancer's equip card, you draw 1. Also, he's good with creature swap and econ, and he's just kind of cool. 2 Treeborn. 3 Treeborn's a bit overkill. In fact, 2 Treeborn can be a bit overkill. However, if I do need to remove a Treeborn, I always do have a second one. So, he always comes back, and then he's always good tribute fodder for the monsters that are coming up. Mother Grizz. With Mother Grizz, I can get Sea Lancer and anything else that I do possibly need. I can always get Swap Frog and then use his effect. 1 2 Fader. If my monsters get destroyed, which they often do, he's always good, and then he's tribute fodder for the rest of my stuff. Zangin. Searches out Swap Frog and all my other goodies. He's just a good card. Dark Dust Spirit. We're moving on to the bigger monsters right now. These are all my tributes. So Dark Dust Spirit, he's very good, very explosive, and he can pretty much change games. He's a dark hole in a monster with 2200. Granted, he does go back to my hand, but if I get a Treeborn loop going, he's very very good. Gores. We all know what Gores does. We've all been Gores. He's good. 2 Christia. This is a little personal touch I added. I just found that sometimes you get a little bit overwhelmed. So Christia prevents the special summon. Not very good against Insectors because they do equip instead of special summon, but he's alright against all the other, meta goodies. So I do run him at 2.
He's semi.
3. Oh yeah, he is semi. 3 Caius. Just a really good card. And with Treeborn, he's pretty easily accessible. 3 LADD. Now, some of you are probably shaking your heads at this point, but LADD has gotten me out of quite a few tough spots, and he's just a really big stall. So, 2, 3, it's up to personal preference. I run 3 just because he's really funny. Swords. Now, sometimes I don't draw my big monsters. Surprisingly enough, I've got a ton of them. But sometimes I don't, and I need to protect my little boys. So I got swords. Creature swap and 2 econ. Nothing is funnier than switching switching a frog for a strong monster of my opponent's. Hilarious. So, up to personal preference over what you want to do. Econ is cool because it's quick play, and Creature Swap is cool because the cost isn't quite as great. So, and then you can of course do the Econ Treeboring combo. 1, 2, 3 MST, Skill Drain is rather pesky, and a Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, of course, and Dark Hole. And then finally, my little touch, Froggy Force Field, which is hilarious. It's not even as good as Mirror Force. I should be running Mirror Force, but Froggy Force Field is just the funniest thing in the world. So, it's a little personal touch of mine. Finally, we've got my 3-card extra deck.
Plus Dark Mist.
Plus Dark Mist, who I don't have on me at this point in time. But, Gachi Gentetsu. He's awesome. He's just like Sea Lancer. He's pretty much invincible, and he powers stuff up, so he's a double hitter. And then, I really don't have much of a sideboard at this point in time. I know that's not really good, but we all know the basic sideboards, so if you want to check that out. There's always other places to do so. So thank you guys for checking out my Lancer deck list. Sorry if I got a little bit rambly. Peace out, you YouTubers.